Uh, Hello, students. The results have been quite on a lower side for the foundation and intermediate. A lot of students were pinging across. What do we do? So I thought let's just be available online so you guys can send in any queries that you have on the chat or other part of it. I would be happy to answer all of it. Few of the students just dropping in one after the other messages what we had got from morning. So if you have anything more, would be more happier to answer it. So there is one set where a lot of students have cleared the cleared your three papers and have failed in one paper, that's your law. How do we go about it, right? See, typically if you see your overall scores and other part of it, institute has one major subject where they can cut your marks, that is your law, right? Because accounting is more or less sorted with regards to your end answers. Your economics and mathematics is anyway objective based, so they have nothing else to look at there. So the paper where a lot of students have failed in the foundation has been your law paper. Sir, what do I do? Should I apply for revaluation? I've written for 60 plus, I've scored for 40, I've scored only 40. What should I do with it? That's your question number one. You have cleared your three papers, failed in law. Should I apply for revaluation? My answer is yes. You should definitely look at applying for revaluation. For reason, if somewhere if you think you would have got your marks, it will help you to save another 3 months of your life. Provided you do feel that you have written well, don't try to apply for revaluation for QA or economics, because these are corrected by the computers, and since it's corrected by the computer, you will not be getting any grace marks or other part of it at any point of time. So QA and economics is ruled out. If you ask me the next paper, that is your accounting, what do I do for my accounting paper? Should I look into this? The answer is, again, I would ask you the same question. Hey, you know what is that I've lost my marks on? See, the institute has come up with a grace marks where if a student in an aggregate has got around 195, 197, they have given a grace marks to clear you off. So it would not be fair that they would have not considered if you would have got 35, 36 and all, they would have given you a grace marks. But if you still feel accounting and law, you are supposed to get more, you have not got it, apply for revaluation, or I would suggest is take the copy of the paper so that you don't do your next same mistake again, right? So this is one thing that I would suggest for a student who has not cleared your law paper. If you have written really for 80 plus, apply for reval, otherwise literally leave it across. Rather start preparing for your next attempt. Now if you ask me, sir, I have failed in QA and economics, I am writing it for the third time, what should I do with it? Now the question I would ask it is, are you doing only BCom? Are you doing BCom plus CA or only CA? This is my question I would ask. If I am going to be doing only Lily, I would answer the question. Just give me 1 minute. So if I have doing BCom plus CA and I failed foundation after writing 3 attempts, what I would do is I will go ahead and get into the direct entry route. Reason, more than 3 attempts taking for foundation is not worth it, right? If I'm doing purely CA and I failed it for 3 attempts and I've been scoring 170 or 175 plus, what I would suggest is try to get in touch with maybe ArivuPro. I would suggest there is a batch called ICU where you can at least get to know what you have been doing mistakes again and again. At least your chances of getting those smaller 10-15 marks might help you out, right? I have applied both the groups, failed both. Should I take one at a time? What I would suggest I am is, can you put across what is the score that you have got with your papers? Now, if you have failed very badly in both, then I would suggest take one at a time. If you have failed in your CA Inter with very less marks in both the groups, then I would suggest take one at a time. But if you have missed out purely on aggregate between 1 and 2, I think the remaining 60 days are good enough for you to clear both the modules at a time, right? That only requires you to do a little bit planning on how to I go about it. See, papers like costing, accounting, and law are very scoring in terms of your aggregate. I would suggest to focus on that. Since I don't have your marks, I don't know what to comment on it. Lily, I failed in accounts. I am trying to find out which failure in which examination. Is it foundation or inter? Right? If you have failed in foundation accounts, what I would suggest is try to first focus on papers which can help you to score marks. For an example, prepare for theory, partnership, company accounts. Now, I would try to do as much as possible these three things. Sir, what do you mean by these three things? Is I will do all the study mat questions. I will do all the questions which is behind the textbook. I would also do all the questions which are coming from my RTP, MTP, as well as the previous 10 years papers along with it. Right? These three things I would look at so that I can clear my accounting paper. Accounting, you just have to know a little bit on your working note and make sure you're writing it in a little eligible, legitimate manner so that they can understand what you have written. Right? Next one, Nitish. Sir, my CA foundation mark is 140 this. Can I take the ICU batch? Nitish, you will have to send across an email to us. Tell us why you think you can, because at ICU batch, we only focus on practicing. We don't try to go very deep in the concepts. So you need to justify why you require so that you don't waste your time as well as money out there. Pranav said, this is my 5th attempt in CA final. I have cleared both groups. I'm stuck in audit. I don't know how to go ahead. Costing 51 or okay. So Pranav, this is my suggestion. If you have scored, get stuck, you should be thankful that you are scoring good marks in your costing and FM. So what I would suggest is, now for the next 60 days, this is the plan I will do. Every day, I am going to be doing auditing for 4 hours a day, where I will spend first day only on studying the chapter. Day 2 and 3, I will only do the past year paper questions. And I will not just read, I will write and practice every single question of auditing. I hope you're clear with it, Pranav. And the remaining half the day, I will try to do costing, FM and SM together. So this is what I will be doing across, Pranav, and I think you should be able to clear it off. If you have scored 33, that means you are writing all the answers, but you are writing very general answers. You are not writing as per the institute expectation. So that is something that you will have to look at, and I think definitely you are going to clear in your next attempt. And if you need personal help, you can just drop in your email ID at help@arivupro.com, and I will be able to help you out personally, because it's been your 5th attempt, so I can call you and help you out on a personal one-on-one. Lily, so since you have got 193, I think you only required to do what I said with accounting is do a little bit more practice, and please don't waste so much of time in your MCQ papers. So every day you should dedicate 1 hour for your MCQ paper 1 hour for MCQ paper 2, then spend at least the balance time of 4 hours each for your accounting and law. Please write and practice. Don't just read the questions, write and practice. Lily, you should be able to clear in your next attempt. If you say, you know what, I can't do it at home, I need somebody to practice, maybe you can join the ICU batch out there. Otherwise, I would recommend that you can do it by yourself. Sir, I have concept clarity, but I'm lagging in practice. Nitish, so I said you can drop in an email at help@arivupro.com. They will consider your case if it's genuine, and maybe you can enroll for the ICU batch. Now, let's try to look into certain other queries what the students have told. Sir, I have got accounts 41, accounts 41, law 32, maths 40, economics 85, but I have failed because law I was expecting 65 but not got 32. Okay, so I'll tell you what would have happened with you in your terms of your scoring is that you have written answers very general. You would have, so whatever you thought you have written it, they have given you minimal marks for each of the question. That is why you have failed your law paper. It's that even if you would have written 2 questions properly as per ICAI standard, you would have cleared your examination, right? That is the problem, right? You have not written any answer to the ICAI standards. That's where you have got 32. Or maybe you have failed to attend all the questions. So in law, if you end up attending all the questions and you would have got even 2 or 3 questions, right? You would have cleared your paper, right? Let's come into it. Sir, I've scored 185. Can I join the ICU batch? The answer is yes. Lily, sir, revaluation is possible. Any improvement in the mark? Lily, I would suggest you to apply for it. If luck really favors you, I'm saying apply for both accounting and law. Even if luck favors you and you end up getting 3-4 marks in your accounting, you should be able to clear your examination. So Lily has scored 37 in accounting, 46 in her law, and balance that's roughly around 110 marks in your economics and QA. So basically she has scored 193. And should I apply for revaluation? I would suggest you to do it, yes. Why? Reason being, these 2 things can give me a little bit more marks. And I would suggest apply for both. If even accounting you get 2 marks and law you end up getting 1 or 2 marks, the institute might consider to give you some grace marks and take you forward from there. I am a recorded student, but because of personal issues, Lokesh, one thing you need to understand is you can drop an email, Lokesh, and we can look into it for your ICU batch to it. But please understand, ICAI does not have any mercy towards your personal issues. They only know is that you are writing along with all the other students. So they don't show any mercy whatever your personal issues are. Can you join? The answer is, like I said, you need to drop an email because the ICU batch is given for students with more than 150, 160 score. Lokesh, I would suggest you to send me your personal marks of each of it so that I can guide you across properly. 123 is 2 lower marks. That means you don't know the concepts really well of any of the subject. I would ask you a question is, are you doing your BCom? If you are doing your BCom, I would suggest you to do a direct entry than trying to go through your regular batch to it. If you are good with your accounting or law, what I would suggest is you should join a regular batch and give your January exams. If you clear it, you can just shift off to your next subject. But I would not recommend you for an ICU because ICU does not help you out with regards to it, Lokesh. So I would suggest you to join for regular batch and preferably for something which you should go for a face-to-face thing, seeing your marks. So I might be wrong commenting about it, but where can I send an email to it? Help or marketing at ArivuPro.com. So you guys require anything personal counseling, you can drop an email to help or marketing. Shubha, if you have scored only 42, what is that I need to do? Shubha, you need to really get back to regular classes. 42 is a very, very low score. That means you will have to relearn your entire foundation course. Maybe your concepts were wrong, maybe your presentation skills are wrong, maybe you're not putting in right effort. 58 is a very, very low score, Shubha. So I would, until and unless there is something which happened or you did not do well, 52 is on a very, very, 58 is a very low score, Shubha. So I would not recommend you just to go in with your marathon classes. Right? Any other query would be happier to answer. My aggregate, they won't give. So there's a student who has scored 202, scored 47 in accounting, 50 in law, 34 in QA, and 71 in eco. Sajita, the grace marks would have been given if this would have been around 37 or 38. Then they would have considered it. 6 marks grace is little on a higher side to expect from ICI. So you won't be able to get any grace marks or other part of it, Sajita. Okay. Can I give an attempt in Jan or May? Shabreen, Harni, I failed. Okay, let's go one by one. Shubha, I doubt you would have a conceptual clarity for a reason. Just your conceptual clarity should be able to help you to score 150 plus in your paper. Or maybe you understand, maybe you're not able to present it. I have some reservations on it. Sir, in law and QA, I failed. Any suggestion? Okay. Kalpana, if you have failed in law, what you need to do is you need to get into writing practice more for your law paper. And how do I get into? Call somebody there. ಇದು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್. Yeah. So what I would suggest is, okay, if you have failed only in law, Harini, I would suggest you to give your Jan attempt. So for the students who are writing the law exams, what I would suggest is get into writing practice more. Now, what do I mean by writing practice more is you need to get into a mode of preparing law questions by using your past year paper questions. Sir, how do I go about it? Everyone who are failing in law, listen to it. It's worked wonders for students. So what you do is you will first read the chapter once, just like a normal reading. Post that, you are just going to open your previous year paper questions or a question bank. Read chapter wise questions and answers. Let's say I read Contract Act. I will go back to my past year paper questions, read every single question of a Contract Act, and I will read and write. Sir, how do I read and write? First time you're gonna read, write it. Next time onwards, when you see a question, you should get into a mode of that. You don't have to write it in beautiful handwriting or other part of it. You can do a scribble writing, but you need to get into a mode of writing everything that you say, right? You need to condense it and get into a proper format of writing. Lot of them fail because they try to write the way you were writing in school and colleges, and that does not work in a professional paper. I hope this is clear, right? Kalpana, okay, sir, I scored 44 in accounting, 30 in law. What could be the reason? What do I do now? Muthu Lakshmi Bhaskaran, I think you can clear your examination in next attempt. So please stick on to the way I told you to prepare for your law paper. You should be able to clear it off, because law paper, you just have to get into practice mode. Again and again, I'm saying get into a practice mode, right? Sir, after getting 123 in May, should I take some time? What I would suggest is you should write the Jan attempt. Try to focus on a subject which you are finding it difficult. Start off with that and then go ahead with your next paper. Luck on this time. Sir, failed CA final, audit only. Failed in audit. Luck on this time. Failing in audit is pretty common in a CA final paper. This means again, you guys lack clarity in your presentation. You guys lack clarity in your presentation. Sir, what is this you're saying? Clarity in presentation is, see, understand, you are going to be a chartered accountant and your main subjects are your accounting, audit and tax. So the institute will always try to get into a mode that they want to see, can you present your audits properly to the client? So for that, your presentation skill becomes very, very important, right? And when I say presentation, you need to be clear with, am I writing, especially in the final, am I writing the section numbers or the auditing standards properly? Am I giving valid reasons for why I'm writing an audit, whether I'm qualifying an audit or not? So I need to get in more of that presentation, and the clarity of thought is something that you have to be very, very clear on. It is not the length of the answer which matters, it's the clarity in which you're going to justify each of it, right? Karthik sir's auditing classes for final is available. What I would suggest is maybe you should just look into it in terms of presenting your paper on that. Hello everyone who are unsuccessful this time in foundation. As Nitin sir says, trust the process, never skip any chapters. I failed 2 attempts because of skipping topics. Nitin sir's marathon saved me in the September attempt. Score 243. Congratulations, Hari. And forever grateful to ArivuPro and Nitin sir, King of Maths. Thank you so much. Guys, I think Hari has been extremely thankful, Hari, to come online and share your experience with the other students. QA is very simple, guys. I think our marathon videos cover every single topic. Only thing that you need to do is practice more questions. Don't ever skip any chapter in QA. And I think QA, accounts, law, every single video is available on YouTube on our ArivuPro channel. Only thing that you need to do is put a little bit more effort and try to search. If you go and search Arjun Varadaraj, you will end up getting your accounting classes, Nitin for your maths, Shashi sir for your economics, and Sai sir for your law. Kalpana, just watch the marathon videos and practice as many questions as possible. Don't ever skip a chapter. You should be able to get it. And Hari, amazing marks. Congratulations. I think extremely proud to see your scores out there. ZZZ, I scored 160 in foundation. Uh, Tell us the marks uh, so that it becomes more easier to understand where you stand. Uh, Otherwise, 160, I think, requires you only a little bit of more practice to be done. It's just been your laziness, I think, that has just got your lesser scores out there. Uh, is there going to be an ICU in Chennai batch? The answer is yes. 44. All of you guys again and again who have failed law, simple process. Open your past year paper questions. Try to just read, watch the marathon, write the previous year paper questions, write and practice. Write and practice. Again, I'm saying write and practice law. Don't just read law. You need to read, write, practice. You should be able to score it. ZZZ, you should be able to clear it here. I think you guys are literally needs little bit extra push, and I think you should be able to clear it. Will I get 10 plus marks from revaluation? The answer is no. That is too much to expect. Max, it can happen provided they would have missed out something in terms of your correction. Can I apply? You can apply. Is there a ICU batch in Coimbatore right now? The answer is no, Vijay. It's going to be either in Chennai or Bangalore. Muthu Lakshmi, apply for revaluation. You don't know, you might. Yeah, there was a case of one of my friend who ended up getting almost 20 marks in the revaluation. They had failed to correct one of it. So when I say revaluation, we are talking of retotaling. It's not that they are going to correct any of it. They are going to check for the totaling errors. So he ended up getting 20 marks. So if depends on all the luck on that particular day. Guys, I hope all of this was helpful for you. If there's anything required, I would suggest you can put in your like button out there, would be happier. And also you can just send across. I'll be coming on live on Wednesday. So before that, if you have any doubts, you can always drop an email to marketing@arivupro.com, so that we can come in and maybe help you out with regards to your specific queries that is there. Please, again and again, lot of you guys keep failing in your law paper, and we have told it enough during your foundation classes. Students take law as a business studies paper. It is not. Please look at it. Law is not your business studies paper. It is a proper theoretical technical subject. You need to get into a mode of writing it properly. And I hope this session was something helpful for you guys, for who were worried about it. And guys, let's be honest, the results used to be around 26 to 27%. This time it's been 15 for your foundation, 10 for your intermediate. Even if you take group wise, it is 9 and 25. And then 25% for your final and 16% for both the modules put together. Institute has been very liberal in your final, but I think the foundation and inter results have been little on a tougher side. You have been part of it. So rather than complaining it, let's try to say Let's do it. Lily, I said again, revaluation, apply and forget it. If luck favors you, you'll end up getting your marks. Don't bet that, okay, I've applied for revaluation, I'll definitely clear. Sir, I got 120, 110. Sir, I skipped for chapters. Rule number one of professional exams is do not skip any chapters. Even if one chapter only, all the 100 questions come, there is no surprise element to it. It is bound to happen. So please don't worry about it. Right? Any other doubts would be happier to answer. I think it's been 30 minutes. If you guys require anything, would be more happier to answer these questions. You can only apply for one, either retotaling or a certified copy. You can apply only for one, either it's a revaluation or a certified copy. You can't apply for both. Sir, I lost in 60 marks difference in aggregate. This is my fourth attempt. What should I currently in my final? Sai Shruti, is it your foundation or inter? That is one. The second part of it, guys, if you are really struggling with your CA, what I would suggest is there are still alternative courses like your ACCA, your CMA India, CMA US, or CPA, right? I would always suggest after a certain point, try to take a call. Should I still do CA or should I look at any other option? Because right now, India being in a developed stage, there are all the other professional courses are also equally accepted. Only thing that you won't be able to do is you won't be able to practice as such in India. But if your objective is to be in a corporate, I would suggest take a call after a certain amount that, hey or not, is it worth doing it or not? Because if you look into it from the monetary angle, after 4-5 attempts, CA or ACCA will start giving you more or less the similar salary packages. Sir, I lost Sai. Like I said, you need to tell me which course, foundation or inter. Sir, is there a batch in Coimbatore? ICU batch in Coimbatore is not there this attempt, Tamre. So it will be either in Bangalore or in Chennai. RTI is your right to information. It's not right to get marks, Praveen. So you have time, you can apply, but not worth it if you ask me honestly.
Case if we can apply it totally in the ISI board SSP portal and for verified copies, certificate copies, we can apply for it.
What will you do?
No, like just to get to know what I did wrong in this attempt and to make it right.
By then your next attempt would have come in by the time you receive your RTR papers.
That's what I'm asking. Was the duration like when I will be getting that?
You won't get before your exam, so not worth it. Sir, okay. I hope I have answered most of your questions. Guys, like I said, don't worry too much. If you have, would you recommend BCom Generally, CA foundation and CA inter results have been very, very bad, and this will continue to be bad for at least the next 3-4 years. So BCom will act as a backup. I am not a guy who would suggest you only to do CA alone, because BCom will teach you to get in to learning interpersonal skills. So I would never recommend you only to do CA alone. Sir, I got 176. This is my third attempt. AK, are you doing your BCom also? Take a call. I think since the exam is in with 3 attempts, 176 to 200 is not quite a challenge. You need to just know what your mistakes are and work on it. AK. So I think you should be able to get it right. And you should be able to score well also. Yeah. Uh, so I hope this is all sorted. Thank you guys, and please don't worry too much. Uh, are you in your first year or second year, AK? If you're already done with your second year, I would suggest you to take up the direct entry route. If you're still in the second year, give one more attempt. You should be able to clear it off, AK. Tamrai, you can reach out to us on our number 968 666 5253. We should be able to help you out with something. Right. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I hope we could add some value to you. All the best, and keep us posted onto it. Thank you.